Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, December 22nd. Warmer air is pushing into the Mid-Atlantic region right now. It's accompanied by some light rain or drizzle. This warm surge will peak on Thursday, Christmas Eve. In fact, records are quite likely up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. In fact, there's an outside chance that Philadelphia will experience its warmest temperature ever for the month of December this Thursday. That record high for the month of December in Philly is 73 degrees. That was set during the last strong El Nino event of 1997-1998. In December of 1998, the temperature reached 73 degrees on two separate occasions in the Philadelphia region. And again, we could match that or perhaps even surpass it this Thursday, Christmas Eve. Gets a little bit cooler on Friday, Christmas Day, but still above normal for this time of the year. And the unsettled weather conditions will continue over the weekend. Additional showers are possible really anytime from Friday night into Saturday and Sunday. And that follows the occasional rainfall we'll experience today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So warm but wet over the next several days. Well, let's kind of look ahead as well as the current situation right now. Again, very warm air pushing into the Mid-Atlantic region. It'll peak this Thursday. Another strong surge of warm air is coming to the northeastern part of the country next week. Beyond that, there certainly are signs for a change in the overall pattern right around the time the month changes from December to January. Let's start off by looking at some tropical tidbit maps here. This is the last night's 0Z GFS ensemble run for the 500 millibar height anomalies. This is the current look right now with large ridging here indicated by reds and oranges right here in the northeastern part of the country. Cold air has been kind of bottled up in the western part of the country. They've been experiencing quite cold weather with a lot of snowfall in the higher elevations out in the western states. Very cold in Alaska with a lot of snow up there as well. So again, troughiness and cold confined to Alaska, western Canada, western U.S., but right now a continuation of the ridging in the eastern part of the country, keeping us way above normal. And again, it looks like that pattern will continue right into next week. In fact, let's jump ahead 5 days here. This is the 120-hour forecast, 5 days from now for Saturday evening, December 26th, 27th time frame. And notice, still continuation of a ridge, anomalous ridge here in the northeastern part of the country. In other words, warm weather continues this weekend, above normal for this time of the year. Cold confined to the southwestern U.S., up across to Alaska. Again, that's 5 days from now. Let's now jump ahead another 5 days, 10 days from now. And here we go. This is the 240-hour forecast, 10 days from now, from last night's 0Z GFS ensemble run, 500 millibar height anomaly pattern. A subtle thing is happening by this time, and it's a very important change. Notice a ridge popping up here along the west coast of Canada and the western U.S. This is a change in the pattern 10 days from now, and eventually a trough starts to develop here in the eastern. You still see some oranges and reds here reflected in the height anomaly pattern 10 days from now, but this is a significant change here from last night's 0Z GFS ensemble run. This is again right around the New Year's time frame, December 31st, January 1st. The ridge starts kind of retrograding from the northeastern U.S. all the way into western Canada, right along the west coast 10 days from now. Let's proceed beyond this time frame into the early part of January. Now here's the forecast map. Again, we're still dealing with 500 millibar height anomalies here. This is now around January 2nd. Notice a trough starting to form here in the eastern U.S. and, if anything, an intensification of the ridge along the west coast. Let's jump out even further into time. January 3rd time frame. A real trough here starting to form in the eastern U.S. Much colder pattern here as we turn from December into January. The ridge pretty strong here out along the west coast of Canada. Let's go out another few days here at 330 hours. This is now January 4th. trough in the eastern U.S. indicated here by the blues, the ridge popping across western Canada. So the air moving into the mid-Atlantic region will be coming from central Canada, northern Canada, down into the northeast U.S. A definite change in the pattern if all of this comes true. Again, all of this from last night's Zero-Z GFS Ensemble run. Pattern change possible around the time we go from December into January. Well, let's now focus on the near term. Again, a warm surge has begun here in the Mid-Atlantic region. This warm surge will peak on Thursday, Christmas Eve day. Records up and down the I-95 corridor, perhaps even the all-time December record in Philadelphia, which was set in 1998, 73 degrees. We had some light rain this morning. Most of that is pushing off to the east of the I-95, immediate I-95 corridor right now. Still some light rain or drizzle south and east of D.C., south and east of Philly, south of the New York City metro region. Certainly can have a couple of additional showers during the afternoon hours, and patchy fog could develop. It'll remain damp overnight tonight with a possible shower or two, some drizzle, and patchy fog possible again in the overnight hours. Well, let's kind of walk through last night's Zero-Z GFS model run for the near term here. This is the forecast for this afternoon, 18Z today, the 22nd. Some rain continuing here throughout the northeastern part of the country. Not a heavy rain event. Certainly can be some light rain or drizzle at times, certainly through the morning and even during the afternoon. And again, some patchy fog could develop. Let's now jump ahead. 48-hour forecast map for tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening. Another batch of rain pushes to the north from the south. Notice these isobars. It's a tight pressure gradient pattern here. Wind tends to flow parallel to these black lines here, these isobars, with low pressure centered over the Great Lakes. A counterclockwise flow around that low will bring southerly winds or southwesterly winds into the Mid-Atlantic region, even warmer tomorrow compared to today, way above normal. Some of the rain that falls later tomorrow into tomorrow evening could be kind of heavy, perhaps even a period of steadier rain. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. And here's the forecast map for Thursday evening. This is Christmas Eve day. Again, record warmth likely on this day, Thursday, with low to mid-70s, very likely from D.C. to Baltimore, Philadelphia, even New York City should get 70-plus degrees. Not a lot of rain on Thursday. It can be an occasional shower, maybe even a thunderstorm. It will not be an all-day rain event, and it'll be very warm for this time of year. Let's now jump ahead another 24 hours. Finally, this is the forecast map for Friday evening, Christmas Day itself. High pressure is centered over the northeastern part of the country. Slightly cooler on Friday, Christmas Day, but still above normal for this time of the year. This high does move rather quickly off the northeast coastline, and this moisture down to the south will rapidly move to the north and east. Not out of the question, some showers move back into the Mid-Atlantic region late Friday or Friday night. Certainly the threat for showers will return for Saturday and Sunday. So although it's a warm period coming up, it's also a wet period with the threat of rain between now and Thursday night. Kind of a break Friday morning, Friday afternoon, but by the end of the day, Friday night, and certainly for the upcoming weekend, the shower threat will return to the Mid-Atlantic region. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.